Hi everybody, it's me Monique. I'm back with another YouTube video. So this video is not baby related, but there will be one after this. So as you can see, I'm filming in my nursery. This will be my filming space because he won't really sleep in here for like the first 6 months anyway. Anywho, you can't really see anything, which is good because I do want to do a nursery tour. And I don't want you to see all the cute stuff I have in here. Anyway, this is going to be a Netflix recommendation kind of video. I've done one of these before. That video was pretty long, but it talked about stuff on Netflix, Hulu, I think HBO, Stars, Showtime, all of those different networks. So this one's going to be Hulu and Netflix, a few things on both of those. And I wanted to just recommend. We're all dealing with this. Most of us are going out a bit more, but we still all spend more time at home than we would like. So I thought, like, why not share a lot of the things that I like to watch. I watch a variety of types of TV shows and television. I like dramas, I like romance, I like teen movies or flicks. I like serial killer stuff, I like action. So I always give you a variety. I'll link the other video down below. But yeah, let's get started. First TV show is on Hulu and it's called DOLLFACE. That show, I believe, just got approved for a second season, but of course because of you know who, they can't film right now. But it's kind of weird at first because it's like this weird like cat thing that happens. But besides that, it's basically about a girl who breaks up with her boyfriend breaks up with her after like 5 years of being together, and she's one of those type of girls that when she gets a boyfriend, she like doesn't talk to any of her friends and family because she's wrapped up in their relationship. So now she's trying to like be friends with her friends again, and they're giving her a hard time because they're like, you know, you didn't have to not be our friend just to date anyone, like, you know. So that's kind of what it's about. It's really cute. It's funny. It has Shay Mitchell in it. It has Brenda Songs from Disney. So yeah, I would recommend that show. The next show is Virgin River. That's on Netflix. That show is about a doctor who moves from, I want to say she moves from California and moves to like a small town in Washington to become a doctor. Clearly she's running from something. No one really knows what, but she constantly has like these dreams or flashbacks of her old life. As the show goes on, you see why she left, but it's kind of like has a little romance in it, and the people in the town have a lot of their own little dramas going on as well. So it's really good. Most of the people I've never seen in anything else. There's this older guy that played in Heart of Dixie. He plays in this show, and he actually plays the same character, like he plays a doctor in a small town. Other than that, I haven't seen anyone else, but it's really good. It's like suspenseful drama. It did get approved for a second season as well. Not sure when they're gonna film that, but that is on Netflix, Virgin River. The third show is The Last OG. This has Tracy Morgan in it, the comedian. I believe it's on Netflix. It was on Hulu when I originally watched it, but I think it's on Netflix now. It has 2 or 3 seasons. It's more of a comedy kind of show. Tracy Morgan's the main person. He's basically showing what life looks like when you get out of jail as a felon for selling drugs, and like him trying to get his life on track and be a responsible dad, and dealing with his girlfriend that it was his girlfriend when he left. She's not his girlfriend anymore. She's married, which is Tiffany Haddish. A lot of people know who she is. Really funny, has a little drama in it, so I recommend it. Ryan and I actually watched that one together. The Witcher. That is a Netflix show. It's been out for a while now. Most of the I believe the main guy is pretty known. I can't remember his name. He's a British actor. It's more or less like a Game of Thrones kind of show. So if you're not into like medieval-y shows that have weird creatures, then you might not like it. Ryan and I actually watched it together. It has a lot of action and fighting and glory kind of stuff. The main guy is really cute. The rest of the people, I'm not sure who they are. It has a lot of like magic type stuff in it and fighting. I want to say it's like 10 episodes, but it's really, really good, suspenseful. If you like anything like Game of Thrones, you'll like The Witcher. It isn't as long as Game of Thrones, and it only had 1 season. I'm pretty sure it got approved for another season. It's also a video game, so if you are male, or if you like that kind of stuff and want to find something to watch with like your husband or boyfriend, I would recommend The Witcher. It's pretty good. Life Sentence. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last one. This show is on Netflix. It wasn't originally a Netflix show, but Netflix has it. It only has 1 season. It did not get approved for a 2nd season because I don't know why. It was like a CW show. It has Lucy Hale in it from like Pretty Little Liars and stuff, and it's basically about her character, her having cancer since she was like in high school, and like her and her family dealing with that. But then there's something that happens, and she gets married really quickly. She just does life really quick because she's really sick. So it's really cute. It's drama. It will make you cry. But it also has some funny moments too. But again, it only did get 1 season, so it does leave on a cliffhanger. So it may make you mad that there won't be any more. So yeah, but it's a good show. I still recommend it. It's really cute. Cheer on Netflix. So I don't know if you can tell, I used to be a cheerleader. I cheered in elementary school, high school, a little bit in college. But once I like going through my college career, I felt like I just didn't have the time to cheer, work, and like go to school. I had to prioritize, so cheerleading got pushed to the side. I always love watching cheer competitions on ESPN, and I follow like cheer accounts on Facebook. I just love it. So this is a reality show, and it's about a cheer squad down in Texas. It's actually a community college, but they compete on like the national level down in Florida every year, and it's basically about everybody that's on the team, like their backstory, how they got to Texas, how they found out about their school, and how they're all getting ready for the competition. So it's really good if you like sports stuff, if you like cheerleading. It does have a lot of drama. It's really interesting to see where everybody came from in different parts of the world and how they grew up, which is always good. And then you just see a variety of type of people on the team, which I love, that inclusion of different types of people. So Cheer is really good. I would recommend it. You might cry a little bit. It's called High Fidelity. So this has Zoe Kravitz, which most people know who she is. Pretty famous for her parents being famous. It's about her being a young girl who believes she owns her own record shop in New York. She has 2 best friends, a guy who is gay, and then her friend that's a girl. And she basically, at the beginning of the show, it shows that she broke up with her boyfriend, and she's just like spiraling out of control. And it shows her like hooking up with other guys and like really wanting to be back with her ex, and just tons of different things happening. It was really good. It's funny. It has really good music in it. The characters are really funny, her friends and stuff. I just love it. It's not as, you know how some shows are very like high fashion and people look perfect. They look very normal in that show, which is like refreshing to see. Like nobody's overly done or always looks gorgeous. Like they just look like regular people. So it's a really good show. Unfortunately, it did not get approved for a 2nd season, which is stupid. It's such a good show, and it did another show that ended on a cliffhanger. So if you don't mind watching shows that should have gotten a 2nd season but didn't, check out High Fidelity on Hulu. Sweet Magnolias. It's another Netflix show. They, I believe, got approved for a 2nd season. So it has, I don't know if you watched Reba back in the day, but the girl who played Reba's daughter, who was pregnant at like 16, she's the star of this show. It also has a guy from American Pie, who's like the football star. They are like a spouse that divorced because he was cheating. It also has Jamie Lynn Spears. A lot of drama, small town drama, talking about their divorce and then what their kids are going through. And her best friends are really close with her, and they have drama in their lives, and so they show all of that. So it's a really good show. It did get approved for a second season. It has, you know, most Netflix shows have like 10 episodes. But yeah, I would recommend it. It's drama, small town, has some funny moments, will make you cry. So probably won't watch this with your boyfriend or anyone, but it's a good girly show. The Circle. This is another reality show. This is pretty old at this point. No one's talking about it anymore, but it's a reality show of people who get put into this apartment. Like, everyone has their own apartment, and basically they all are creating online profiles, and some people use fake profiles, some people use themselves, and they're basically trying to figure out who's really who they say they are. They all get to vote someone off, and then they do challenges and different things like that, but they never really get to leave their apartment. They sometimes get messages from their family, but for the most part, they're just there. Yeah, so the last person won like 100 grand. It's a pretty good show. It's funny. There's a few people who fake and use fake profiles they create, and then some people who use like themselves and stuff like that. So I recommend it. It's a cool spin on like reality TV, and it's just fun and different. You know what I mean? Love is Blind. It's basically about, I don't know, 10 people maybe, 10 girls and 10 boys who are dating, but they're inside of 2 different pods. So the only thing they have is each other's voices. They don't know how the other person looks. And these people get to date around with the male and the women until they find that one person they connect with. And then the goal of the show is to get engaged. And if the person accepts the engagement, or even if they don't, you finally get to see what that person looks like. And I think by the end, only 4 or 5 people actually got engaged, and the other people just left. And then it just shows their life, because besides getting engaged, they all have to get married within like 3 months. So it shows them going from these fairy tale built up to like really getting to know the person, seeing their home, seeing where they live, if you're gonna really marry them, and who's gonna relocate, meeting their family. And then you get to see now who is still married, who are the couples that actually walked down the aisle. There's some people who did not say yes, and some people who did. So definitely another good like reality show that's like different, not your average thing. I want to say The Circle and Love is Blind did get approved for another season, but again, with COVID, nobody's been able to film anything. Normal People is on Hulu. This show is very, very raunchy. It's about 2 teenagers in Ireland who basically get together, but they hide their relationship because she's pretty much like a weird nerd and people don't talk to her, but the guy's pretty popular. They both kind of have a lot of issues, so they work really well together. And it just shows them throughout high school and throughout college. They did get a second season. Fair warning, this show has a lot of sex in it, so do not watch this with kids around. But yeah, I don't think males will watch this with you, but it's a good show for like girls to get together and watch. It's pretty good. It's drama. I think there may be some slightly funny moments, but for the most part, it's like that dramatic love story. It's really good though. Black AF is another show. It's the creator that made Blackish, Grownish, and Mixedish. He made a show where he started it called Black AF. It's like really dry sense of humor, so not everyone likes it. It's basically about his real life. He cast himself and then cast people to play his wife and kids, and just kind of like how they live and stuff. And it's pretty funny. His daughter's doing like a documentary on his life for school. And yeah, it's just, I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes. It's pretty short. If you like dry sarcasm and you don't mind shows that talk about like race a little bit, which nobody should mind, you should just, it's better to talk about it. Then yeah, it's really funny though. It does have funny moments. Some people may not, I feel like some things that are funny with this show, some people may not find it funny. So just saying. Love on a Spectrum. This is another really cute show. So if you don't know, I've worked with autistic children for a little over almost 7 years, and so I love what I do. And this show is about autistic young people, so like 19 and older, who live in Australia, and they're trying to like just be adults, go on dates, get married, have their own apartments, create relationships with people outside of their family. And it will make you cry if you work with autistic people, like just seeing them come so far, and then their parents talk about like how they were when they were children and stuff. So it's really, really cute. It has like 6 episodes, and it does make you laugh, because if you know autistic people or children, they don't beat around the bush. They say what they feel, so it's really funny. But I don't know if they got approved for another season. I couldn't see why not. It's really cute. Outer Banks, my sister-in-law told me to watch this. It's really good. It's in South Carolina on the Outer Banks. It's about these teenagers who like look for this treasure, and at first it seems like it's just like one of those stories that people talk about in town, but it comes out to be real. And there's a lot of like things about one girl's dad that comes out, and a lot of like rich people on the island versus the poor people. Murder happens. It's very drama filled, has some funny moments. Again, it's like a teenage drama type show with a little bit of not so much teenage. Like, I wouldn't recommend 10-year-olds watching it, because it does have sex and murder and things like that. But it's really good, and it did get approved for a 2nd season. And on Netflix, I Am Not Okay, which is a really good show. This show, it's a girl who slowly but surely realized she can move things, like telekinesis, if I'm saying it right. And at first it freaks her out, because her dad passed away from like committing suicide, and it's just her mom and her little brother. They're kind of poor. She ended up being close friends with this one guy. He ended up having a crush on her. He like lives down the road. It has a lot of funny moments, but it's also pretty like sad. Just like both of their lives, or the kids' lives, are kind of sad, like what they go through with their parents and stuff. So I don't know if it got approved for another season or not. I didn't keep up with that. It has, I want to say, 10 episodes. Like I said, it has like a little of that X-Men kind of vibe with like drama-filled stuff and a little bit of humor. So if you want to watch something like that called I Am Not Okay with this, and check that out on Netflix as well. And that is it. I'm under 20 minutes, so I have to edit this down. I really did not want this video to be long, but I always like to give you a little bit of story on the shows. That way you're just like not watching something you won't like. But they do have descriptions on Hulu and Netflix if you want to check these things out. And yeah, I hope you guys like this kind of video. Let me know anything else you want to see. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning back. Remember, the goal is 500. I feel like I should do a giveaway. The moment I hit 500 subscribers, I can do like a YouTube giveaway. I can do it on YouTube and Instagram. Maybe that'll help people, you know, actually subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.